Oh my god, another Spyro part. Can you believe it? It's this soon?
Literally,
and not
the
like
adventure
2
continues.
months? Yeah, I actually have the rest of the playthrough recorded, so this series isn't going to take nearly as long. Also, I immediately noticed motion blur is back on. Why? I did not do that.
It's like a hat in time.
No, again, we've been over this. At least, like, I know to expect that after an update. Spyro hasn't updated since it came out. It just doesn't.
It's just messing with you at this point.
Yeah, why? I don't want motion blur, especially at 60 FPS. It's so pointless.
Especially Movie Studio Platinum, where default uses motion blur.
Yeah, but at least that's a subtle motion blur. The motion blur in Spyro is like really, really intense.
Yeah, it's got the Unreal Engine camera motion blur. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it was like more subtle, but it's like really in your face.
That's my problem with most motion blur is just it's an overlay usually.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't look good.
Yeah, I like it in Crash Team Racing Nitro Field because it's per object. It's not just like you know a filter lazily editing together frames or whatever.
It's actually why I turned camera motion blur off in a hat in time, and I have per object motion blur on. I still like it for the regular objects, just not the camera.
Oh, I don't. I play that game at a full 60. I don't feel a need to have any kind of motion blur with that.
Yeah, I don't care for that.
Oh, I know it's unnecessary, but it's like it works.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, I mean, if you like it, if it's just like if it's 30 FPS and the per object motion blur is handled well, I don't mind it. It's if it's like 60 FPS, I already find it to be pointless personally, so I'd rather just not have it. I'd rather just have a completely clean image.
I've always felt like with a hat in time, at least though, like there are certain specs in the game though where they wanted you to use per object motion blur. I don't know. I guess that's why I
Okay, so people who do not care about technical stuff are currently very bored.
Yes.
Get with the game.
I'm sorry, I'm interested in these things. I'm a game designer, you know.
Okay, so this is Winter Tundra, the third and final hub world in Spyro 2. It's a pretty wonderful hub world. I love the way it looks. It's so pretty, and it has like one of my favorite secrets in any video game ever, which we will see very soon.
Nice.
Like I say, I'm a game designer, but I really haven't made like an actual game.
I mean, you are.
You're designing the game, therefore.
Yeah, you are. Just you're very new to it and don't have any finished games under your belt. But you're still a game designer.
I mean, it's like me saying I'm a chef, though, and I cook, like, spaghetti.
No, that's different. That's different. Like, okay, I think the game design equivalent to that would be, like, making Mario Maker levels, or, and, like, saying you're a game designer based off that. But in this case, no. Dylan has, like, an actual engine people use for commercial games. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I don't have, like, a culinary, like, chef, like, out of the kitchen and all that at all. Yeah. Mine's, like, a basic spoon, fork.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've said this in other parts of DB&J though, but I'm learning Unity, if anybody's curious. So,
yeah.
I thought you were learning Scratch.
Scratch!
Do you guys know what Scratch is?
Alright, Spyro.
Just play it off.
It's this incredibly janky engine that's primarily used.
Well, anyway, good luck.
Okay. She said, "Oh, you're just moments away from defeating Ripto, right? Right? No, I just want the gems." Anyway, Scratch is this insanely janky engine that's primarily used by kids to get like a very, very basic idea of what making a game is like.
Oh.
It's like Nintendo Labo, except jankier. Anyway,
I might look into it.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, yeah, this is what the secret I was talking about. You see this waterfall off in the distance, you go over there, go through this underwater cave, and you get an orb. It's so cool!
That's cool.
Yeah, I love it. Genuinely one of my favorite secrets in a video game. In my mind, it's up there with that one room in Mario 64 DS where you go in the mirror and then go in that, like, white void.
Yep.
Yeah, that's such a cool secret,
That was so cool. Yeah, when I first discovered that, I was like, oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't care what you think of 64 DS. You have to praise that one specific part, at least.
That's really good.
Yeah. The game in general has like a lot of really cool secrets. I love how you find the Luigi painting and Big Boo's haunch, and you go in this Luigi's Mansion inspired area.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anyway, Mystic March time. Okay, so since I started this playthrough, a prototype to Spyro 2 has been leaked. And we have since learned that originally Alora was going to narrate all of these intro and outro cutscenes. And, like, that's so cool. I'm happy they cut it, though, because honestly, it kills the comedy. But still, like the fact that I was there and we have it's so cool to me.
Also,
and by the way,
elephants and snail shells.
Yeah, Snellelephants.
Snellelephants?
Oh.
I don't know if that's actually the name. I just made it up.
Oh, okay. I'll go with that.
I still like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know any of the Spyro enemy names. I know the Yellow Beast from Spyro 1 and Alpine Ridge is just called Beast.
Beast.
Also, these monkeys suck.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They throw a lump of fruit at you and they have like deadly accuracy.
Wait, do I actually throw lump of fruit?
I know. It looks like lump of fruit, and people thought it was a reference for a while, but if you look closely, they're just actually mangoes.
That's lame.
They're referencing Crash! No, they're not.
No,
I
it's
mean,
just a mango.
I mean, that's not, like, completely out of, like, you know, completely crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Crash and Spyro reference each other all the time. One of my favorites is in Spyro Season of Flame. One of the first levels, if you flame the totem poles, you hear a Umbrega! Yeah. You also see Crash's frozen corpse in the second Legend of Spyro game.
What?
Yeah, he's just under ice at one point, frozen. The DS version is worse. He's he's on a stake, roasting over a fire.
Wow.
I guess the Legend of Spyro devs really hated Crash.
Man, why did we do this? Time to put him over the fire.
Anyway, this is Mystic Marsh, easily the most open-ended level in all of the original games. Like, look at this. Yeah, this is, like, actually a pretty open level. Most Spyro... here I'm looking at the coin, because in the original game, the face of, I believe, one of the level designers, named Dan, was on it, but they cut it for Reignited. And I do not appreciate this Dan erasure.
Bring back Dan. Bring back Dan.
Insomniac reference that game dev all the time for some reason. Like in one of the Ratchet & Clank games, you can unlock this snowman costume, and it's called Snow Dan.
Snow Dan. That's great.
Yeah, and sorry to ruin the mood, but he did pass away, unfortunately. And in the most recent Ratchet & Clank game that came out like after that, they had this little room that was like, you know, dedicated to him, and that was cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you have the original idea for it, for Spyro?
I know he was a level designer, I know that much. I don't really know if there's any more significance to him, or if it's like, I don't know, they just decided to reference one specific game dev and he won the raffle. I don't know.
Or just he designed the level and left a piece of himself in it? I don't know.
Yeah, that could be it. I don't know.
Either way, it's cool.
Okay, so here I show that this is one of the other problems of playing at 60 FPS. Spyro's jump is slightly shorter, so you cannot jump out of the water unless you're playing in 30.
This is a switch.
Yes, it's so dumb.
It changes the height.
Yeah, it messes with the physics very slightly. I've been over this really early on in the playthrough when I did that cut in Glimmer, where I needed to change it to 30. Yeah, his jump is slightly shorter. It usually doesn't affect normal gameplay. That's the one time it does. You can still get out, it's just a lot harder.
I just feel like they should have upgraded.
Yeah. Like, the game was originally only 30 on consoles, but they allowed it to be upgraded to 60 on PC. But they didn't fix the issues that were brought with that. Like, in Spyro 1, Alpine Ridge, there's a door that won't open if you're playing in 60. Sometimes Norks will just glide across the ground with no animations. That's it, but, like, still, they shouldn't be in the game.
The only guess I can really give is that some of the animations are stuck in 30.
Oh, that explains the Norks, at least, because, yeah, their animations are clearly broken.
And you can tell, too, when a game's playing in 60 and the animations are stuck at 30, because the animations look choppy compared to, like, the rest of the game.
By the way, very big coincidence you brought that up, because I've since learned that the water in this game runs at 30 FPS. Like, the water animations are 30. I have a mod that fixed that. Not that you're seeing it at all, because I refuse to upload in 60. Those file sizes scare me.
So what's the point?
Okay, we keep saying that, but yeah, some of these file sizes for 60 FPS video, they're like 4 gigabytes for like a 20-minute video.
Dude, you're basically doubling the size of the file.
Yeah. When when you're recording at 60, it does in fact double the file size. That's why I don't record in 60 for my main channel or this one. However, I do plan on upgrading for 1080 in my next playthrough. Anyway, I died there because I missed a jump and couldn't get out in time. Oops.
Sorry, we don't have gigabyte upload speeds. Sorry.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, you could upload in 60. In fact, you are going to, at least in Monkey Ball. I know that much. Spoilers.
You could upload in 4K 60 if you want.
If I really wanted to, yeah.
Well, you can't because you don't have the monitor.
I still could, though. I just also couldn't.
I don't.
Darn,
no,
the bottleneck, the monitor.
No, wait, you can't. You can't because OBS doesn't let you record in 4K if you don't have a 4K monitor.
Okay.
It only goes up to 1080.
That's my, not my internet, not my computer monitor.
Yes.
Totally
Okay, I haven't even brought this up yet. Throughout this level, you might have noticed me chasing around those, I don't know, lemurs? I don't know what they are. That's a pretty annoying mission because they're pretty hard to catch. They're actually like noticeably harder than any egg thief in this series, I think. This one in particular took me a while. I do cut, so you're not gonna have to see me running around in circles for too long. Yeah, you have to really cut around, cut corners and stuff.
Those stain monkeys.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Portal.
Damn, my friend Pedro.
I like how we're making fun of that Portal video, even though it never came out.
You know what's funny is that editing that My Friend Pedro finale, by the way, which is out today at the time of this recording, it was actually worse than the canned Portal. There's like 10 minutes of like straight boss fight, and I just forgot to cut it out. And thank God we saved it with the commentary, because otherwise it would have been dreadful.
Yeah, that shows we've done better though, right? We were able to save it here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kept going and going. I'm like, Dylan.
Yeah, luckily you guys got tired at just the right time, because it was like the last attempt.
Oh, okay. It worked out.
Yeah, our commentary on that part was actually surprisingly good. Like, better than normal, I think.
And then we almost, that was the part where we almost lost her, right? Twice?
Yeah.
You almost lost
the audio.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, okay, so when we finished recording, I accidentally deleted the entire thing, and my heart dropped, and I was trying to press all the buttons to try to bring it back. Eventually figured it out, and then later, Jacob deleted it from Google Drive before Dylan was able to upload it.
Yeah, so that part was giving us some trouble. But it worked out, I think.
Yeah, Google was able to recover it, so all is good.
We're good.
But still.
We're good.
Our YouTube creators are in trouble.
There's a crisis.
There's a crisis. No time to waste. There's no time.
Okay, so these enemies are weird. They're like a mix between pufferfish and platypi.
Yeah, I was just wondering what's up with that.
Okay, so the camera's incredibly wonky here. Yeah, the underwater camera doesn't work super well in more tight environments in Reignited. It works a lot better in the original. The swimming in general is just way better in the original. It's like the one area in the controls I think it's worse.
Yeah.
Which I didn't bring up in my video somehow. I don't know how. I don't like my old stuff. No, the general movement. Swimming.
Oh, the general control?
Yeah, they added inertia to Spyro's movement, so if he stops charging, he's gonna float forward for a few more feet. And that doesn't feel good. He didn't do that in the original, and it felt way more tight.
Really happy people weren't able to see my first video editing. Tech was, interesting.
You gotta start somewhere, though, right?
People get to see my very first bit of editing by watching my Spyro 1 video, and I get to cry while watching it.
I mean, hey, if people really want to dig deep into YouTube, they can find my first editing trick.
Yeah, I know where it is. I've seen one of your tech videos.
Is it on a YouTube channel, Dylan? Is it like published?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
It's uploaded.
Cool.
You can view it.
Nice.
I just don't remember if it's unlisted or not.
Dylan himself has commented on a few of these videos, so if you dig around, you can find his channel. Just saying. And then Dylan, I'm saying this to embarrass Dylan.
Oh
well.
Watch, it'll become our most video. Masterpiece.
This is where it all started.
No, don't watch it. It's not that good. It's not that good.
The first video I edited, you did the first playthrough, I believe, because I wasn't doing video editing at the time.
Yeah. Dylan did Donkey Kong Country, and you took it up from there.
I don't know what was my first one, but
Jacob recorded it. I edited it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was not into the editing scene, but now,
then
I've gotten better.
Yeah, and then you just like taught yourself. You got the same editor we have.
I ended up buying the same thing, just for consistency.
Incredibly quickly, might I add. Jesus.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, you learned how to edit quicker than I did.
Took me like a year, and Jacob's over here. Oh, you know, I
just gotta do that, and like splice that, and transition this.
Well, I shouldn't say year. It was like a half a year we did video editing and tech.
Perhaps you could trade
yeah.
for my pencil.
I learned.
I guess stay tuned. Stay tuned for the Monkey Ball 2 playthrough then. There's some edits.
I learned very slowly. I started off with the editor shortcut, which doesn't even let you trim the video. So in order to get like a specific clip, so in order to get a specific clip, I had to like take my entire 2-hour-long play session and cut out the 2 seconds I want.
And then render it again, so you can like.
No.
The video file.
No. I would just like take out the clip I wanted and delete the rest, and then just do that over and over. Wouldn't have to render that many times. I would have to render the video twice, usually, like once I get to the halfway point, because it was running off my CPU only, not my graphics card. So, yeah. So after I got like to the 15-minute mark, it would just crash constantly unless I rendered.
I remember that actually. I remember you always, like, and for good reason, always complaining about Shotcut.
Yeah, Shotcut sucks.
It sucks.
Okay. It's a free editor, and honestly, it's probably fine for Let's Plays. Anything more? No, stay away. Please, do not make the mistake I did. Just pay the $30 for Movie Studio. It's a pretty good editor. I'm happy with it. I've been using it since my Hero's Tale video, and I don't have many complaints with it. It does what I want. I like it.
Also, I like this mission that we're doing.
Oh, yeah. This is a fetch quest. I need to get the pencil to trade it for... Wait, I needed to trade...
There's an egg, right?
Yeah, I need to put the egg in the nest, and it gives me a rubber ducky, and then you give the rubber ducky to the ducks, and then the ducky give me the thing, and I need to give the... Yeah.
The only thing I was going to add is the first editor I learned was Premiere Pro, so that's part of the reason why it took me so long.
No.
I've never used
no, Movie Maker, Windows. There you go.
Oh yeah, I remember
I did that in high school.
Yeah. I remember we had a school project where we had to make a video to our favorite song in computer class and use Movie Maker.
Movie Maker, yeah.
Actually, elementary school we learned that in computers how to use Movie Maker.
Yeah, that was a real deal.
Our computers class was actually legit. We learned how to use like a different bunch of programs. Like, they actually taught you how to use all the Microsoft was. We actually got to learn how to use GIMP at one point.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that in middle school.
Yeah. It's actually what got me interested in digital media. I was like, this is cool. I like this.
The age of the universe again.
We did all that for a pencil.
Yeah, he needs a
Literally,
pencil.
and he goes, and he's gonna use it. Look how short it is. It's just a tiny pencil.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's gonna and he goes to use it, and it breaks immediately.
I just want to point out we traded a gold coin for a little tiny pencil.
A little like wet, worn down pencil.
Spyro, you can use a gold coin to buy many pencils.
Explain.
I'm happy you caught that Simpsons reference.
That's such a
I feel like that one was kind of... yeah. $20 can buy many peanuts.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, I think we spent like half the video talking about technical stuff.
Probably.
We started off talking about motion blur, and then we moved on to video editing. This is a very boring part for people who don't care about those things. Sorry. Oh yeah, fun fact about this cutscene when I was recording. I don't know if I skipped it on accident, or if it just didn't play. But either way, I didn't record this, so I went into the game's files to just pull the MP4 file from there and put it in the editor.
Oh, wow.
It worked?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With both Spyro Reignited and Crash 4, both games were developed by Toys for Bob using Unreal Engine 4. And yeah, you can just pull out the cutscenes from the game's files. There's even some interesting test stuff, like there's this one that's, I think, just the game's logo and like colors flashing in the background. Crash 4 has a couple Spyro Reignited cutscenes left over. It's interesting to dig through it, so if you have the PC version, you can do that very easily. Anyway, Part over. Sorry about the technical jargon. Bye.
See you guys later.